What's up, podcast family? I'm Joe Lemon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Sales Culture Podcast. And I want to bring you something really quick and tactical that you guys can implement in your company, or you can just take off with if you're an independent business owner or a sales professional who manages his own inbound lead process. So, it was one of those things. If you want to think about how you can add value, if you want to look at making more money, if you want to become indispensable to your company, or just someone that really is more so in control of the revenue that's coming in, you got to be able to generate your own leads. You got to be able to generate new business without relying on whatever your marketing department's doing or your logo is doing or whatever Facebook algorithms change. You have to stay on top of it. So I want to give you guys one of the biggest hacks that I've deployed over the past year. As you guys probably know, I've been podcasting now for a couple years, and I fell in love with this strategy of literally this approach that got coined by the guys over at Sweetfish Media. They coined this phrase called content-based networking. And I give them props because, something that's kind of happened just happenstance-wise. But, man, being able to have a platform like a podcast or any other type of YouTube shows, but any platform that you can really control. I always talk about podcasting because you got total control over that. You aren't directly impacted by the changes in the algorithm on someone else's platform like a Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. And so that's why podcasting is so sexy. And the reason why I like to do this is that if you use it as a way to network, so you're literally opening up a show, right, around something that's relevant in your industry. It's always good to have some content where you can kind of talk about industry news if you're doing B2B, or you can just open it up if it's something that's like around sports or any other hobbies that you like. But you bring your influencers onto your show, prospective clients onto your show, current clients onto the show, and allow your podcast or your platform to be a space where they could promote wherever they're up to. Right now, this does a couple things. First, it's going to add value up front, which is always what, if you're selling these days, that's one of the things that you got to figure out how to do out the gate, because there's so much information coming at people. It's a very crowded, clustered, noisy marketplace. Everyone's trying to get someone's attention. And so the best way to do that is by leading with something of value. And so if they're working on something, if they're launching a book, if they're launching a brand new product, if there's changes throughout their company, or if they just want to have, if they're trying to figure out how to stay top of mind, having a platform where you have your own following that you could literally say, hey, come on my show, we could talk about whatever's going on in your world. That's a nice, that's a nice leading with value type of way to build a relationship. And from there, it should be organic, right? And this is where, especially in sales, if you're trying to close business, this is not the time to go for asking for the meeting or asking for, them to do a presentation or hear any type of sales pitch. But this is more so a time for you to network. Like you go to a networking party, so you can figure out how you can help other people. That's kind of the best approach. It's been proven. Like if you go there with your business card out, trying to hand it out like it's like you're trying to get people to actually come into the straight club, it's probably not going to work, right? But the best way to do is have your palms out and just listen and be interested and ask questions and try to figure out what people's challenges are, so you can figure out how you can help out in those arenas or plug them to other people that that could possibly serve them. So hands down, that's what podcasting is really, really good for. And as salespeople, especially, or business owners, this is a great way that literally you could turn your team into micro marketers. And so let me tell you what I'm talking about here. You literally have someone from your squad who's outgoing enough, or you can find individuals that make sense. Everyone in the marketing department, everybody in sales should be able to contribute at least topics, if not be able to grab the microphone and actually host a couple episodes themselves and interview their friends or colleagues or influencers or our clients on your podcast, right? So this is the way that everyone you can help have enough volume of content that is needed, but still keep the messaging on brand. Because one of the biggest hurdles these days is that, how do you get enough content out there, right? So if you could turn other people from your organization, if you're a sales manager of a team of 10, imagine if you had each person from your sales squad tackle a different subject every week. That's 10 weeks worth of content. You can split that out, put it on all the other major platforms, put it on LinkedIn, put it on Instagram, right? Because you have the video clips of someone on the microphone. I mean, it's different ways to really make this engaging. So hopefully you guys got some value out of that. If you're interested in launching off your own show, please hit me up. You can always reach me at salesculture.work. That's what I'm really into. I really think that this micro marketing strategy for sales professional especially is a really good lane to play in. If not, you can easily do this on your own too. You don't need a guy like me. You can go to Anchor. Anchor is a free way to launch an actual podcast. Go to anchor.fm and you can easily jump on the mics or your phone. You can record this through your phone. You don't need any mics. So that's just how easy this has become. But if you have questions about it, if you're interested in how it can make sense for your company, go to salesculture.work. I would love to talk to you. Let's schedule a time so we could jump on the mics or at least jump on the phone together. Either way works. All right. With that said, guys, I'm out of here.